Member of the Advisory Council at Wits Business School, Dlamini previously held the position of Chief Executive at Anglo American South Africa. This is Captains of Industry. Let's kick off with your views on globalization. I see it's a passion of yours, and in fact, you have come up with the term reverse globalization. So let's start there in terms of how you feel this is going to play out as we move forward.
I feel it's a trend that's underway, driven mainly by the East Asian countries that we're seeing starting to assert themselves in the mainstream of the global economy. I believe that it's also a great opportunity for South Africa and Africa to play in that race, in that trend, which is going to redefine the global balance of power. For a very long time, because of the history of colonialism, we have found that the traffic was one way. It was mainly from the West to the poor third world to developing countries coming to take advantage of economic and investment and trade opportunities. I believe it is high time for South African companies in general and black economic empowerment companies in particular to start going to London, going to Wall Street, going to Tokyo and Paris.
So this is the reverse globalization that you're speaking about.
Indeed.
And you've also been quoted as saying that the BRIC countries should be the BRICS: Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa.
I passionately believe that South Africa is up there with the best in the world. We've got companies like De Beers who are leaders in diamond technology, mining, marketing, sorting and valuation. We've got companies like Sasol, notwithstanding the climate change considerations that many people will raise about Sasol, but they've got the best technology in the field. We've got companies like Old Mutual, which has been around for 165 years, founded as it was in Cape Town by John Fairbairn, and has grown to have some of the finest brains in actuarial science, in commerce, in accounting, and in product development in the life insurance business.
So
and
clearly
South
Africa's time is now, you believe
South
that?
Africa's time is now, and we need to measure our success by the number of companies that we have in the Fortune 100, by the number of companies that we have in the Future 100. I think that will have to be the ultimate measure for us, and I believe that we can be able to do that if we prioritize the right things and if we put our energy and resources on the right things, which I believe, Bronwyn, is really developing and deepening the knowledge intensity of our economy. Japan, South Korea, Singapore, and all these countries that are successful have done so on the basis of investing in maximizing the quality and quantity of their human capital.
You are a co-chair at the World Economic Forum in Tanzania. Is the World Economic Forum more than just a talk shop?
I was in Davos this year, and the nature and the substance of the conversation surprised me. I used to be a cynic, and I used to think it was a toothless and expensive talk shop. But I saw people like Bill Gates launching the $10 billion health fund. I saw people like George Soros launching a very creative fund in terms of clean coal technologies to mitigate the adverse impacts of climate change. As we go to Tanzania, it won't just be the elites gathering there. The public will have a chance to participate through YouTube, through sending video questions and all that. But there will be an opportunity for business leaders and politicians to respond to questions that have been raised by people who are not necessarily at the World Economic Forum.
2008, you were identified by the World Economic Forum as one of the young global leaders. What is that body all about? And do you think that as a voice, together, young global leaders can change the face of the future?
I believe that young global leaders can be a powerful, positive force for good, because the community comprises diverse people from different sectors of society who have made a seminal and visible contribution in their fields. I'm not counting myself among them. I think it was by accident that I was elected. But those that I've met, they've humbled me, they've inspired me, they've motivated me. It's always an opportunity, sometimes actually, just to shut up and listen. Because you've got some people who have done incredible things. The people founded of Google and Facebook and you name it, people who have achieved a lot in politics globally. You've achieved a lot in science and technology. In the civil society space, you've got people who have achieved a lot. So you've got all this mosaic of opinions and schools of thought converging in one room, trying to solve the problems that are facing the world today. I think the young global leader community is an excellent community that provides wonderful opportunities for learning.
How did your time as a Rhodes Scholar shape your leadership style?
It is very humbling. Oxford is one of those places where you sort of learn to learn, as it were. I left the place, with the feeling that life is about being really a perpetual student of society. Life is about inquiring in an endless way. It's about my teachers. They used to remind me that it's not so much about what saying so much about what you know, but asking the right questions so that you can be able to discover what you don't know. The danger in life is not knowing what you don't know.